Please subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon and you'll be notified of Kalkine's latest videos. I'm Sage for Kalkine Media. Thanks for joining us on our trending news topic. Today we're covering Australia's average wealth hits new highs. What does that mean? With recovering share markets along with the rising Bitcoin and soaring housing prices, Australia's average wealth hit new highs. And the average wealth of Australia has hit $500,000 mark as the wealth of the Australians has been rising continuously. As of June 2021, Australia's per capita wealth rose to a record high of $522,032 Australian dollars, up 20.3% over the last year, the fastest growth rate since 2009. And the growing household sector has played a major role in the wealth equation. According to the Australian Bureau of Statistics, or ABS, the total household wealth increased by 4.3% during the March quarter of 2021 to 12.66 trillion Australian dollars. Residential assets have contributed nearly 3.5 percentage points that pushed the quarterly growth in the Australian household wealth, followed by the directly held shares and superannuation balances at 0.2% and 0.6 percentage points. According to the ABS, the growth in the household wealth has continued to rise on the back of increasing residential property prices, reflecting record low interest rates. Also, a range of government incentives, along with the recovery in the labour market, has pushed the Australian household sector upwards. With record low interest rates, a lot of Australian house buyers have been borrowing huge amounts and investing into the housing market. However, the total debt isn't increasing that much, as the mortgage owners have been paying off their loans quite quickly. The Australian household wealth grew by 15.3%, marking the strongest growth through the year since March 2010 at 22.6%. Within the last 3 months, the value of all the land and dwelling increased by 576 billion Australian dollars, and the value of superannuation also increased to nearly 141 billion Australian dollars, and that is 63 Australian dollars per person per day. However, in a recent speech, the Reserve Bank of Australia, or RBA, has indicated the risks to the financial stability of the economy due to growing the housing debt. The bottom line, even though the RBA is concerned about the risks to the financial stability due to growing the housing debt, the future of Australian wealth is still likely to depend mostly on the Australian house prices, which further depends upon the interest rates. And if the low interest rates continue for at least the next 2 years, the average wealth of Australia is likely to hit even higher records. And if you do like this information, please like, share, comment on the video below, subscribe to the channel and you'll be notified of Kalkine's latest videos by pressing the bell icon. For more information and regular updates, why not head to the website? It's kalkinemedia.com, and I'm Sage for Kalkine Media.